The review for Unit 4 is the topic of this video. Okie dokie. First one, write the radical expression in lowest terms. So we're going to simplify this. The numerator, we can take a 5m out of both parts and we're left with m minus 1. The denominator, we can take a 2 out and we're left with m minus 1. The m minus 1's cancel, so we have 5m over 2 is a simplified form. Fraction 5m over 2. Number 2, another simplification. Okay, since it says divide, I'm going to rewrite it as a multiplication problem. S minus 4 over S minus 4 times. Now I have to switch, and so I'm going to write the denominator up on top, S plus 5, and the denominator, or the numerator on the bottom, S minus 4, S minus 1. All right, so the S minus 4's cancel, S plus 5's cancel, and we're left with 5S plus 8 over S minus 1. Fraction 5S plus 8 over S minus 1. Number 3. Now we have to simplify before, we have to factor before we can simplify. So let's factor the first numerator as x minus 3, x minus 5. And then the first denominator is x minus 3, x plus 1. The second numerator is x minus 1, x plus 1. And the second denominator is x minus 5, x plus 5. All right, so the x minus 3's cancel, the x plus 1's cancel, the x minus 5's cancel, and we're left with x minus 1 over x plus 5. X minus 1 over x plus 5. Number 4, subtract. Since the denominator is the same, we can just work with the numerators. 12 over 3y. Now if you notice, 12 and 3 are both divisible by 3, so it's 4 over y. Number 5, denominators are not the same. So we have to get the denominators to be the same. And we do that vertically. 6 over y plus 9 minus 3 over y minus 9. Common denominator is y minus 9, y plus 9. So this is missing the y minus 9. This is missing the y plus 9. And if you multiply this, you get 6y minus 54 minus 3y, oops, that's the first numerator. I'm going to just not write the denominators. Minus 3y minus 27, because negative 3 times 9 is negative 27. So we have 6y minus 3y is 3y. Minus 81. Can't simplify that any more than it is. So it's 3y minus 81 over, we should factor that numerator. 3 parentheses y minus 27 over y minus 9, y plus 9. I think if you don't factor the numerator, it's going to mark it wrong for you. All right. This one, we're going to multiply by the least common denominator to clear the fraction. So we're going to multiply everything by 15 times y minus 3. So 15 times y minus 3, 15 times y minus 3, and 15 times y minus 3. The first ones, the y minus 3's cancel. 15 times 1 is 15. The second one, the 15's cancel. 1 times y minus 3 is y minus 3. Third one, the y minus 3, well, this is the same as 5 times y minus 3. So the y minus 3's cancel. 15 cancels against a 5, leaving a 3. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Add, well, let's see what we get. This is y plus 12, right? These two combine to be 12. So subtract 12 from each side, and we get y equals negative 18. The solution set is negative 18. Number 7. Word problem, don't let it fool you. The average number of vehicles waiting in line to enter sports parking lot is modeled by the function w of x is x to the second over 2 times 1 minus x, where x is a number between 0 and 1 known as a traffic intensity. Find the average number of vehicles if the intensity is 0.76. So w of 0.76 is 0.76 squared over 2 times 1 minus 0.76. So let's enter that on our calculator. Fraction key, 0.76 squared over 2 parentheses 1 minus 0.76 close parentheses equals, record your answer to the nearest hundredth, 1.20. 1.20. Number 8, Dr. Suzuki. Dr. Suzuki rides his bike to his office. He averages 9 miles per hour. Well, this is a distance, rate, time problem. Rate is 9. If he drives, he averages 27 miles per hour. His driving time is 1/3 hour less than his time bicycling. How far is his office? So let's say this is t. This is t minus 1/3. Okay. Distance is right here. The distance is the same in both cases. So we have 9t, rate times time, equals 27t minus 1/3 of 27 is 9. Let's add 9 to both sides and subtract 9t from both sides, and we get 18t is 9, so t is 1/2. So his riding time, oops, that just gave us the time. The time is 1/2, so 1/2 times 9 is 4.5. We needed to get the distance, 4.5 miles away. Number 9. Following a severe storm, snowstorm, Ken and Bettina Reeves must clear their driveway and sidewalk. Ken can clear the snow by himself in 3 hours. So he's T over 3. And Bettina can clear it herself in 5 hours. So her time that she's working is 2 hours longer than his T. And how long will it take if they work together to clear their driveway? Let's multiply everything by 15. 15, 15, 15. We get 15 cancels against 3. 5 times T is 5T. 15 cancels against 5. 3 times T is 3T. 3 times 2 is 6 is 15. 5T and 3T is 8T. Subtract 6 from both sides is 9. So T is 9/8. 9/8 hour. 9/8. Number 10. Fourth root of x to the 16th. Well, we have 4 groups of 4 out of 16, so it'll be x to the 4th. Next one. The third root of 125 is -5. Remember, that's the 1/3 is the same as the cube root. You could probably press that on your calculator the way it is, and that would give you the answer. Next one, square root of 3 to the 6th. So we have 3 to the 2nd cubed, right? It's the square root of 3 to the 2nd, which is 3. Cubed is 27. So we would say 27. Next one, square root of 49. Okay. Let's get all of it together. Square root of 49. So 49 on the inside is 7 on the outside. X to the 7th is x to the 6th times x, but the cube root, or the square root of x to the 6th is x cubed. Y to the 4th, the square root of y to the 4th is y squared. Remember, you take half of each one of those. So it's 7x cubed y squared, 7x cubed y squared square root, and we still have an x left under the radical. 14. We've got a squared plus 9 squared, because b is 9, is 15 squared, because c is 15. Subtract 9 squared from each side, and we get a squared is 15 squared minus 9 squared. Take the square root of both sides. A is, so let's press it on our calculator. A is, so we'll take, clear, square root 15 squared minus 9, minus 9 squared is 12. So the A is 12. Number 15, find the distance between the points. So from 6 to 23, -6 to -23 is 17 squared. From 15 to 21 is 6 squared. So we have 17 squared plus 6 squared is 325. So the square root of 325 is 5 root 13. 5 square root 13. Number 16. I'm going to have to leave page and come back, apparently. I don't know why it does that. It forgets what it's doing. Okay, next one, 16. Okay, these do not have like terms the way they are, and so it cannot be simplified. Remember, it can only be simplified if they have the same radical. Such as, well, this one doesn't have the same radical either. Okay? Let's see if we can make it cancel. Make it so that it has the same radical. Okay, this is 4 times x to the 1/3 minus 7 times x to the 1/2. Yeah, I would say it cannot be simplified. Number 18. Here we go, multiply and simplify. Oops. Multiply and simplify. So let's use our FOIL method. F is the root of 5 times the root of 30 is the root of 150. O is the root of 5 times -2 is -2 root 5. I is 3 times the root of 30 is 3 root of 30. L, 3 times -2 is -6. Well, if we simplify the root of 30, the root of 150, that is 5 root 6. That doesn't help us any. So it's 5 root 6 minus 2 root 5 plus 3 root 30 minus 6. We're going to have 4 terms in our answer. That's all we can do. I'm going to get it so that I can see both of them at the same time. Okay, so we have 5 root 6 minus 2 root 5 plus 3 root 30 minus 6. Number 19. Okay, rationalize the denominator. Remember, you rationalize by multiplying by the conjugate. 7 minus the root of 2. 7 minus the root of 2. The denominator is 49 minus 2, because you square the first thing, you square the second thing. 49 minus 2 is 47. Numerator becomes 35 minus 5 root 2. So our answer is fraction 35 minus 5 root 2 over 47. Oops. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see. I didn't get over 47. Number 20. Solve the equation. Okay, so square root of x plus 6 equals -1. You can't have a square root being negative, so there is no solution. Number 21. Okay, square both sides, so you have 10y plus 9 equals 9y plus 11. Subtract 9y from each side, and subtract 9 from each side, and you have y equals 2, which is possible, so our solution set is 2. Number 22, add those two. 8 and -8 is 0. Negative I and I is 0. So those two add up to 0. You have to simplify this. multiply top and bottom by 1 minus I, and the denominator becomes 1 minus I squared. I squared is negative 1. 1 minus negative 1 is 2. The numerator first is 9. Outsides is negative 9I. Insides is 5I. Last is negative 5I squared. But negative 5I squared is negative 5 times negative 1, which is positive 5. 9 and 5 makes 14. Negative 9I plus 5I is negative 4I. So our answer is 14 minus 4I over 2. Everything can be divided by 2, and you have 7 minus 2I. 7 minus 2I. Number 24, I to the 81st. Well, anytime you have I to the first is I to the second is negative 1, I to the third is negative I to the fourth is 1. So every fourth power is 1. So it's 20 fourth powers because it's I to the fourth to the 20th. That's 1. And then you still have an I left over, so our answer is going to be I. If you have any questions, you know what to do.